While it's important to have goals in life, it's also equally as important to understand that success is not about the destination. It's about being able to enjoy the journey along the way. So, this is the beginning of our trek. We've just parked up and hey, that peak does not look that high. Why does it look so low? Is that where we're climbing?
This one. It looks very tiny, doesn't it?
It looks very tiny. It's actually huge. You just can't see it properly. These two, Faithy and the view, and we're just nowhere near, just begun. So we're currently playing the game, seeing who can take the tent up the fastest, and Nishma is not doing so well right now. We're getting there, one step at a time.
1 hour later.
We made it to a flat area, which is up here. That is actually the peak there, so we're not going to go to the peak tonight. We'll probably get to the peak tomorrow morning instead. Faith, you ready? What we're doing now?
Setting up the tent.
Okay.
And we're having a nice barbecue. Yay.
How long do you think it'll take us to set up the tent? They said 10 minutes, huh?
So I think we can do it in 8. Pitch in your tent. Before using your tent, check that it is complete and free from any defects.
2,000 years later.
Show you guys out here. So beautiful. So we did the trek from around oh, God knows where we came from. We are not quite at the peak yet, so there's the peak over there. And right now we're just setting a barbecue. Quarter. You know, Grandma always says there's no problems up in the mountains because just everything is just free for all. Food on trees, everything's there. And it's funny because when you come up here, and if you're totally present in the moment and you look around, it's just beauty, nature, life. It's so easy to understand how some people they go through life and then they go on to do you know those people who like suddenly become monks and then they just live in the mountains for the rest of their life? You can so understand it because it's just like
no problems, nothing.
Everything's just gone, huh? It's almost like all ego and everything is like there's no game you're racing anymore.
The sheep are watching us.
They're watching. Their energies are using sheep as vessels. Look, he's whispering in her ear. Can you see what they're doing? Look, they're whispering. Can you see?
Yeah.
And they're both looking.
Yeah, they're telling. Look.
Hey, look the other way. Pretend we're not looking. Hey,
oh, wow.
Stop looking. Stop looking. Look. Stop looking. They can see you.
How you doing?
Okay, girls.
Oh,
Good
wow.
morning.
Hi.
Faithy, good morning.
Oh, it's a bit windy here. Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Come here.
Second one is out.
That is so cool.
It's so important in life to keep trekking towards the next peak, the next mountain, because there's a saying that says, if you're not growing, you're dying. But at the same time, in amongst all the trekking from one mountain peak to another mountain peak, sometimes people, because they're so indulged in the moment of the trek, of the challenges that happen, and trying to prevent themselves from falling over and looking at all the obstacles and making sure they're safe, what happens is they lose the essence of actually living. And sometimes just by taking some time out, just to look over the view and to realize how far you've come and how much you've accomplished is very, very important in life. And because that also gives us that energy to actually reward ourselves. That's an instant gratification to reward ourselves, to recharge ourselves. That's the receiving. Then when we receive, we have more capacity with that positive power to actually keep proceeding up the next mountain. And it's very important, the balance of these two things. A lot of the time people say, oh, you gotta live in the moment, you gotta be in this moment, you gotta whatever. But at times, there's times of hustle. And it's chaotic, and there's challenges happening, and you're in the midst of the storm, and it's time for fighting. And you gotta be prepared for that. Because we live in a world of duality. So when we live both of these things in harmony, the yin and the yang, then you get the most out of this beautiful thing that is existence that we call life. And as the journey continues, sometimes you may wonder, how many more steps are there to take? You may look back at the last peak and think, how many ups and downs are there left until you win this game of life? But what if that question was not necessary? What if it was the art of purposelessness? Being able to flow with the divine energies, being that perfect vessel, being able to flow with the energy and motion by following your heart, trusting your intuition, and taking that leap of faith. Because when you do, it will for sure lead you to your greater calling. We just finished our moon salutation and meditation here. Here, connecting with the water energies. Water, the calmness, this is all the energies, moon, her divine feminine energies. So connecting with it, receiving powers, being one with nature. Very beautiful, ready to go back into the city and get on with human life after coming out here for a recharge just for a couple of days. Girls are ready too.
Ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Face ready.
Faith's ready?
Faithy.
Faith looks very ready. Okay. Let's go.